That's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G, flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. The West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast, the 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle.
The folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. From the 31, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jackson finding his tight end Andrews for the Ravens' first down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he will take it in for a Ravens. Touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score. Ravens 7, Browns 0. Justin Tucker in the kickoff.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. They go play action here on first down. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. He dumps it off to Drake. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They go play action now. Jackson. This pass complete to Galladay on the crossing route. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, Wilson. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2nd and 9 now. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
18 Rattler.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
7 Pirates. Ready.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Hey, move.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now Jackson on second down. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
You change it. 13.
Here's Jackson on the move to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, You don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
Brings up second and a yard at the 21-yard line.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football, and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hand.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
Jackson to the right side, and he's got more complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Touchdown! Mark Andrews, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. So 8 yards on the completion there. 3rd and 7 now. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
Ready, set.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
It's caught. Cooper. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 20
Ready, ready.
at the 46-yard line.
19 right. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
79 Broncos.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll try and throw for it here. And my goodness, another interception. There he goes right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six.
Biggie, honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Sadidi. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad, ain't stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like a I see no biggie. Ain't biting my tongue. I can't be no goofy, no victim to none of my enemies. Like honestly, be sending me talk from a sip that we when I give to me. My check don't discriminate. Still take deposits if you talking Vietnamese. I just be having my way. Only come out with a pay till I say. Heard you wanna be. Don't got a whip. Be rag on no petty. Look like talk with that on your hip. If he ain't gon' rip it or pop it. I'm thinking like show me a benefit. Let me dumb it down. Benjamin. All these we not equivalent. Really bad. Looking so innocent. Bossy predicament. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Sadidi. He only 2 times from the it ain't no cap in it. These know ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad, stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie.